When you experience a sports injury, muscle, or joint pain, you want treatment right away. Parkview Ortho Express provides same-day orthopedic and sports injury care without referral or appointment, offering diagnostics, x-rays, the region's only body composition DEXA scan right inside of the Sport One Parkview Fieldhouse. Walk in Monday through Thursday, 7 to 7, Friday, 7 to 5, and Saturday, 8 to noon. For more information, go to parkviewsportsmedicine.com/orthoexpress.
It's the comets. Comets falling from the sky. 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 Comets falling from the sky.
This is the first time I've been able to do this kind of more complete understanding or view of your body. One of the things that's really important about this is that it's kind of legitimizing us as athletes.
Parkview Sports Medicine. Game on.
The Kelly Automotive Group is simple, transparent, reliable. Simple. Our customer specialists make buying a car easy and fun. Transparent. Our price listed is the best price. No hassle, no gimmicks. Reliable. Buy with confidence and peace of mind. We work hard to ensure the best value however you shop. Choose from over 60 vehicles under $10,000. Visit drivekelly.com. The Kelly Automotive Group. Simple, transparent, reliable.
Concussions. They're a concern for parents of athletes in any sport. That's why Parkview Sports Medicine is leading the way with the area's first concussion clinic. Our integrated sports medicine team utilizes an innovative, evidence-based approach to manage athletic-related head injuries in those 14 and older, providing comprehensive care to get the athlete you love safely back in play. To schedule an appointment, call Parkview Sports Medicine at 266-4007. Reaching higher, pushing further. Parkview Sports Medicine. Game on.
Get mad about blue. Get mad about your Fort Wayne Mad Ants. When looking for the best basketball action in town, it's the Go to FortWayneMadAnts.com for the complete game schedule. See your Fort Wayne Mad Ants in action. Get mad about blue.
I chose St. Francis because they made a promise that I would have real-world experience that I could take when I graduated, and they delivered on that promise. For me, the classroom only gets you so far, so they're setting you up with an internship. I had a mentor that they set me up with that was a CEO of a DuPont hospital in Fort Wayne. They offer degrees in accounting, business administration, risk management and insurance, marketing, and finance. You know, they just did a great job of the full circle of not only the education but also the experience.
Parkview Sports Medicine, especially since I've been a pro, has been a place where my game has really been able to develop in multiple facets. Injury prevention, maintenance, physical therapy, weightlifting, agility work, all the things that I need to do in order to have an NBA body. This is the place for me to go when I come back home and I need to get a workout in. Always welcome me back with open arms.
Parkview Sports Medicine. Game on.
It may be winter, but it's never too early to start thinking about spring. Start your new year sharp and trust Kurt's Mio to power wash your home. Fair prices, superior quality, and exceptional customer service. Schedule your spring special appointment today. Additional services include concrete sealing, deck and fence cleaning, driveway replacement, and stamped concrete. Give your home the curb appeal it deserves. Just head on over to kurtzmio.com, request your virtual quote, and use the code Summit City for 15% off today.
Both runners are running, play coming home.
From the crucial plays to the highlight of the game to the victory celebration, we are there. Summit City Sports isn't just a business, it's a group.
Welcome in, everybody, to the Hutzel Athletic Center for today's Crossroads League matchup between Bethel College And your receiving votes ranked at number 31, University of St. Francis Lady Cougars. Identical records are on the line today in this Crossroads League clash. St. Francis at 7-5, 2-2 in conference play. The Bethel Lady Pilots, the exact same. USF missed on a golden opportunity to knock off Indiana Wesleyan University from its unbeaten Crossroads League perch, but the Wildcats prevailed 100-99 in 3 overtimes to improve to 4-0 in the Crossroads League. Once again, that is the top record in the conference. What an epic game it was this past Wednesday here at the Hut. Once again, 3 overtimes for the Lady Cougars. Kara Gurka led USF in scoring with 20 points and sits with 1,242 career points. She trails number 15, Janelle Wilson, by 3 points, and number 14, Cassie Klein, by 10 prior to today's action. So Kara Gurka, who last year was 3rd-team All-American, 1st-team All-Crossroads League, is climbing the ranks here in USF women's basketball career scoring list. Lauren Mcbride scored 17 points in the Indiana Wesleyan loss and crossed the 600 career points plateau with 615. Remember, Lauren Mcbride had a medical redshirt last year, so this is just her 2nd season with the Lady Cougars. USF and Bethel are 2 of 4 teams tied for 4th place in the Crossroads League. Bethel has dropped back-to-back Crossroads League games, 91-64 at Grace College on December the 1st and 61-54 at home against Mount Vernon Nazarene University on December the 5th. The Pilots down Goshen College 84-75 on November the 28th and shocked then number 9 Taylor University 61-57 on November the 20th in Upland, Indiana. Of course, Taylor University brings with them one of the best players in the Crossroads League in Kendall Bradbury. Bethel College sophomore Kelsey Brickner is number 4 in Crossroads League overall scoring at 16.9 points per game. Last year she was on the All-Crossroads League freshman team, and this year the sophomore leads her team in scoring, averaging 16.9 points per game. Gurka is number 2 in overall Crossroads League field goal percentage at 53%, while Bethel College's Kamala Glenn is number 7 at 47%, and Brickner is number 11 at 39%. Savannah Buck is number 9 in NEI assists with 58, and number 16 in assists per game, averaging 4.8 assists per game. Speaking of Bethel College, Kamala Glenn scored her 1,000th career point. She becomes the 23rd player in program history to do that, and that was on December the 5th in the 61-54 loss against Mount Vernon Nazarene University. Folks, we're going to take a break, and we'll be right back with you with the projected starting lineups for today's big game.
Restriction training is a new treatment technique we're using at Parkview Sports Medicine that helps us stay on the cutting edge. This type of training is not only new to Parkview Sports Medicine, but in physical therapy as a whole. And it's really gaining popularity because it solves one of the fundamental problems that we see in therapy. We have a lot of patients who we can't put a lot of stress through their injured tissue, but we still want them to get stronger and still want them to gain muscle size. Blood flow restriction training uses a specialized piece of equipment, a blood flow restriction cuff, that fits around the upper portion of an arm or a leg. Doing that, then it partially restricts, but not totally occludes the blood flow going to the limb.
I thought it was gonna hurt, and it does kind of feel weird, but doesn't hurt or anything. I just didn't really know what to expect. Well, you put it on and then you have to lay down and let it calibrate, and it like gets tighter and tighter and tighter. And then after that, get in your position to do your workout and then press the inflate button and it'll squeeze your leg or your arm.
What the research is telling us about training with blood flow restriction is that the buildup of the lactic acid and the metabolic stress that we're putting on these tissues helps you gain strength and muscle size, similar to that of training at high intensity.
Compared to like a normal workout, the burn comes like within the third rep, and then the 30-second break in between, there's no like recovery. I can see the difference and feel the difference. It feels a lot more effective than just doing normal exercises.
Blood flow restriction training is the perfect tool to solve that fundamental problem. But this is something that you don't see everywhere, and you don't see very many places in Indiana at all.
Parkview Sports Medicine. Game on.
Catholic University must have a passion for truth, and we trust in both the power of faith and the power of reason. Both come from God. May God bless this university as it continues to pursue truth on the wings of faith and reason.
Welcome back to the University of St. Francis here, looking at the Bethel College Lady Pilots. They are looking to start number 4, Macy Heimlich, 5'8" freshman, averaging 16. Actually, Macy's averaging 9.8 points per game. Number 2, Kamala Glenn, the 5'7" senior, averaging 15.8 points per game, which ranks her number 45 in the country. Number 14 is Maggie DuBois, 5'10" freshman, averaging 7.3 points per game while shooting 43% from the field. Number 24, Jessica Irwin, a 6-foot sophomore, averaging 9 points per game. And number 30, Kelsey Brickner, the 5'11" sophomore, averaging 16.9 points per game, which once again ranks her number 31 in the country. She has 203 points on the season, which ranks her number 14. She's shooting 85% from the free throw line, which also has her ranked at number 30 in NAIA Division II. Women's basketball. Looking at the Lady Cougars, All Crossroads League third-team performer a year ago, junior point guard Savannah Buck, 5'6" junior, averaging 6.5 points per game. Savannah ranks number 9 in the country with 58 assists under her belt, averaging 4.8 assists per game. Number 5, Sydney Crow, 5'9" sophomore, averaging 8.7 points per game. Sydney right now is shooting 42% from beyond the arc, hitting 15 of 36 entering today's contest. She has been a real force for the Lady Cougars and just went off in the game against Huntington, and with which St. Francis won 68-47. Number 10, Lauren Mcbride, a 5'7" redshirt sophomore, as last year she had a medical redshirt, nursing a knee injury, averaging 9.8 points per game. Number 21, Kara Gurka, the Crossroads League Freshman of the Year 2 years ago. Kara's 5'10" junior, averaging 13.6 points per game. Last year was Crossroads League first team and All-American third-team performer. Kara Gurka's been fantastic for St. Francis. Led the Lady Cougs with 20 points once again in that triple overtime epic loss to Indiana Wesleyan. I think that was the first triple, pretty sure, yeah, that was the first triple overtime game I've ever been a part of here at the Hut. What a game it was. Kara Gurka from Fishers, Indiana, Fishers High School. And rounding out the starting lineup, once again, your probable starters. Number 32, Chandler Jones, 5'11" junior. Chandler is a defensive stalwart for Coach Jason Ridge and the Lady Cougars. Of course, Coach Ridge is in his 4th season as the head coach of the University of St. Francis. And Eric Gingrich, who's a 2007 graduate of Indiana Wesleyan and is in his 3rd season at Bethel College, really doing a good job with the Lady Pilots, helping to turn that program around ever since the departure of Jody Martinez, who is now the head coach at Taylor University. So there was some tough times there after Martinez left the program, but Bethel is now getting back on track, currently tied for 4th place with Mount Vernon as Taylor and the University of St. Francis with 2-2 records. Indiana Wesleyan at 4-0 is atop the conference. Marion University at 3-1 and Grace College at 3-1 hold down the top 3 spots. Goshen is 0-4 at number 10, and tied for number 8 is Huntington and Spring Arbor with 1-3 records. We're going to send it down to our PA announcer.
And the University of St. Francis, first game features the Bethel College and your University of St. Francis Lady Cougars. words of St. Francis, and like the darkness of our minds and hearts, give us the right faith, firm hope, and perfect charity, so that we may always and all things act according to your holy will. Amen. And now the flag of the national anthem by the Cougar family.
For Bethel, number 12, Kamala Glenn. Number 14, Maggie DuBois. Number 24, Jessica Irwin. And number 30, Savannah Buck. Kelsey Brickner. Now for your Lady Cougars. Number 5, Sidney Crow getting the start for St. Francis. Number 10 is Lauren Mcbride. Number 20, Savannah Buck. Number 21, Kara Gurka. And rounding out your starting lineup, number 32, Chandler Jones. So once again, something's got to give here at the Hut. Both teams with 7-5 and 2-2 conference records. Young starting lineup here for Bethel College. Heimlich just a freshman, Glenn the senior, DuBois a freshman, Irwin a sophomore, Brickner a sophomore for Bethel. Maggie DuBois at 5'10" will tip against Chandler Jones. Lady Cougars easily taking the first possession. On the near elbow, that is Kara Gurka for your Lady Cougars. Wide open out of the corner. The first bucket is good for Lauren Mcguire. Hits her first three-pointer of the game. Great start here for Lauren Mcguire and the Cougars. She enters today shooting just 29% from beyond the arc, but as of late has been getting hot. Once again, working her knee back into shape here in her redshirt sophomore year. Glenn, bounce pass goes into the corner. It's one of the bigs. Number 30, Kelsey Brickner at 5'11" for Bethel College. 10-foot jumper off the mark for number 12. Kamala Glenn, the only senior, getting the starting nod. She's one of 2 seniors on the team. And that'll be the first turnover for the Lady Cougars in this game. Maggie DuBois, the freshman. That's Macy Heimlich giving it up to Kamala Glenn. Heimlich's also got some size to her at 5'8". She's from Monon, Indiana, went to North White High School. Extra pass goes to Glenn. A little bit of separation there for the three-point attempt. Rebounds good by Irwin, who rips it away from the Lady Cougars. Glenn now up top with 22 seconds on the shot clock. Near wing is Brickner, the team's leading scorer, all Crossroads League freshman team a year ago. Three-pointer on its way. It's good by Macy Heimlich. We are tied at 3 here in the first quarter. Lady Cougars missed on a neat opportunity. Could have had 3 wins in a row against top 25 opponents before that triple overtime loss against Indiana Wesleyan. Against the top 25, St. Francis is 2-3 on the season. Mcguire, another three-pointer. That one left short. Rebounded by Brickner. Bethel College has not played as tough of a schedule. Only one top 25 opponent they've faced so far, and it was a win, 61-57 at Taylor University. Big upset victory for Bethel College. They are 1-0 against top 25. Brickner's three-pointers off the mark, rebounded by Chandler Jones. As we are tied at 3, 2.5 minutes into this game. Now it's Sydney Crow for 3 halfway down, rims out. Coming up with the rebound, that was number 24, Jessica Irwin, the sophomore from Springfield, Ohio, went to Southeastern Local High School. Brickner on the far wing goes up top to DuBois. Kamala Glenn, her freshman year, was not a part of a very good Bethel squad, but she's been a part of the rebuilding process here for the Lady Pilots. Three-pointer on its way. It's nothing but the bottom of the net for Heimlich, who has her second three-pointer of the game. She leads all scorers with 6 points. Her team up 6-3. That one off the heel by Gurka. Glenn being guarded by Savannah Buck in the backcourt. Savannah leads St. Francis with 19 steals on the season, just one better than Lauren Mcguire, who has 18. Of course, the Lady Cougars will play the rest of the season without Lindley Kistler, who is still shooting 1,000 from, well, she's shooting a perfect 13 of 13 from the free throw line. Big loss for St. Francis is Kistler hurt her knee earlier in the season. She is done. Blocking foul going to go against Bethel. Number 14, DuBois. It'll be her first, team's first. Lady Cougars currently 1 of 4 from the field, shooting 25%. Bethel is 2 of 6, shooting 33%. Be Savannah Buck with the inbounds pass. The bounce goes to Crow. Crow one-on-one working against Heimlich, who has both three-pointers for Bethel in this game. Nice lob down low to Emma Applegate. Off glass, it's good. Lady Cougars pull within 1 now, 6-5. Over the timeline, that was Irwin. Feed goes down low. Good for Kamala Glenn. 5:39 left to play here in the first frame. Folks, this is game number 1 of a doubleheader here at the Hut. Game number 2 will feature the Bethel men versus Coach Chad Lacrosse, as that bucket is good by Lauren Mcguire, and your University of St. Francis men currently out of the top 25. As Coach Lacrosse fields a young team this year, doing good things though. Beat Indiana Wesleyan, the number 1 ranked team in the country, this past Tuesday, and handled them, holding the Wildcats to 20% shooting from beyond the arc. And charging foul going to go against Sydney Crow. Kara Gurka going to check out. Dejanay Hinton checking in for Sydney Crow. Hinton has been fantastic for the Lady Cougars. She came up large in the 64-58 victory at number 6 Marion. That was on December the 1st, just a week ago. Glenn bringing it up against Buck. Using the shoulder to try to get some separation. Nice feed down low, off glass. Easy bucket for Kelsey Brickner. Brickner, that's her first 2 points of the game to go along with 1 foul. Down low, split defenders. Kara Gurka, easy deuce. Kara Gurka just been fantastic throughout her career here at St. Francis. You can always count on her to give 110%. She raises the level of play of every Lady Cougar around her. You can say the same thing about number 20, the point guard, Savannah Buck. Glenn being guarded by Hinton on the far wing. Skip pass goes over to Brickner, as that's going to be deflected out of bounds by Buck. Brickner was looking to get it over to Jessica Irwin for a 3-point attempt. We got 6 seconds on the shot clock. Macy Heimlich with the inbounds pass, has 6 points under her belt. 2 for 2 from beyond the arc. That's deflected OB by Buck. Savannah was saying that Irwin was the last to touch it. Savannah from Fort Wayne, Indiana, Homestead High School. Homestead just slaughtered an undefeated, in conference play, undefeated Bishop Dwenger team yesterday by 40 points. 3-point attempt is good, and they said that will fall for Macy Heimlich. We got a timeout going to be called by Bethel. And we'll see right now. Who knows if it's a full or a 30. Ref's going to try to figure that one out. How about Macy Heimlich in the start of the game for her? A perfect 3 of 3 from beyond the arc. Entering today is shooting just 30% from three-point land, hitting 17 of 56. Only Kelsey Brickner has attempted more three-pointers. She's 22 of 60 entering today's game, shooting 37%. Jessica Irwin leads the Lady Pilots, shooting 46% from beyond the arc, hitting just 6 of 13. Bethel as a squad shooting 28% from three-point land. That does not have them nationally ranked. Of course, St. Francis shoots 33% from beyond the arc. From beyond the arc, ranked number 40 in the country. St. Francis right now 1 of 4 from three-point land. Bethel is 3 of 6. Back to the action. 13-9 your score. Possession arrow in favor of the Lady Pilots. Hinton working against Glenn, picks up her dribble. Gurka wide open, top of the key. Mcguire, extra pass, goes to Savannah Buck, misses off the front of the iron. That's rebounded by Jessica Irwin. Glenn looking down low. Opposite go to Heimlich. Heimlich being guarded by Savannah. We got a zone defense being played 3-2 by the Lady Cougars. 10-foot jumper is off the mark. That's number 15, Teigen Parker. Parker entering today's game, averaging just 2.5 points per. Applegate down low, beautiful find. Kara Gurka gets her second bucket of the game as the Lady Cougars pull within 2. Nice job by Kara Gurka and the Lady Cougars. What a find by Emma Applegate. Applegate started the season as a starter and has been coming off the bench as of late. Kamala Glenn extends that lead for Bethel. That's her fourth point of the game. Hinton now out of the corner, nearly pushed through the sideline by Heimlich. Heimlich playing some tough defense and nice reversal of directions. Blocking foul going to be called. Hinton gets the bucket and we'll head to the free throw line looking for the and one. Dejanay Hinton truly is a force for the University of St. Francis. Entering today's game, only averaging 13.1 minutes played per game is Dejanay Hinton. I'd expect those numbers to go up as she can certainly handle herself on the floor. She played some very good minutes in the triple overtime thriller against Indiana Wesleyan. Hinton hits the free throw to bring her team to within 1. Dejanay hitting 72% of her free throws, 13 of 18 entering today's game. All alone, Parker, her three-pointers left short, rebounded by Emma Applegate. Applegate is shooting 90% from the free throw line, which ranks her number 10 in the country, averaging 13.6 points per game for the Lady Cougars. That ball is ripped away by Heimlich with the steal. Glenn now bringing it up. Crossover, and the bucket is good off glass for Kamala Glenn. Nice crossover against Whitney Will, who's into the game for St. Francis. 17-14 inside 2 minutes to play here in the first quarter. Crow signaling for Will to go down to the low post. Three-pointer by Savannah Buck. That one a little bit strong as it's going to rim out. Nearly bounced in. Rebound by Applegate. Good offensive board by number 30. Emma Applegate is from South Bend, Indiana Niles High School, blocking another foul against Bethel. That'll be their 4th. Foul's going to go against number 14. That'll be her 2nd, Maggie DuBois. Looks like Lauren Mcbride set to check in for St. Francis. Applegate, once again, a 90% free throw shooter, misses the first. Not too happy about that one. Checking in will be number 21, Kenna Allen, and Irwin back in for Bethel. As Heimlich takes a breather, good time to take her out of the game as I expect her to start fresh in the second quarter. Second free throw attempt is good by Applegate. Bethel down by 2. Or up by 2, excuse me. Glenn picked up by Hinton. Hinton forcing her to her right. Dejanay's got quick feet, good ball handling skills for the Lady Cougars. Glenn left alone there on the far wing. St. Francis still in this zone defense, 3-2. As driving to the cup is Kelsey Brickner. To extend that lead to 4, Brickner now with 4 points. Mcguire finds Hinton in the corner. Crossover, goes to Applegate. Long three-point attempt from 24, no good. Tracking down the board is Allen. 45 seconds left to play here in the first frame. Glenn picked up by Hinton right there, top of the key. Brickner with 4 points, scored the last bucket for Bethel. Allen newly inserted into the game. 6 seconds on the shot clock. Three-point attempt is left short by Brickner, rebounded by Applegate. Of course, South Bend, Indiana, very close to Mishawaka. 12 seconds. Lady Cougars going to settle for the last shot. That's Whitney Will, who played great defensively against Indiana Wesleyan this past Wednesday. Mcguire, deep three-pointer off the heel, no good. Will comes in and swipes it away, but will not be able to get a shot off. So after one, Bethel leads it 19-15 over your Lady Cougars. We'll be back with you with more basketball action here from the Hutzel Athletic Center. This is a Crossroads League big-time matchup.
Catholic University must have a passion for truth, and we trust in both the power of faith and the power of reason. Both come from God. May God bless this university as it continues to pursue truth on the wings of faith and reason.
Brooks steals it, tips it away to himself. He'll go to the hoop and slam it down.
They attack, they get a great shot.
Here he comes. And Lucas Crow. Shot hits the post. And the centering feed to Luke Gibson. Shot scores.
Rush comes. Oh, almost picked off by Ethan Hoover.
And the takedown.
Welcome back, everyone. Bethel with a 19-15 lead over your University of St. Francis Lady Cougars. St. Francis shooting 46% from the field on 6 of 13 shooting, 1 of 8 from beyond the arc, and 2 of 3 from the free throw line. St. Francis has the edge in rebounding, 9-6 over Bethel. The Pilots 8 of 16 from the field and 3 of 8 from beyond the arc. Macy Heimlich is 3 of 3, and Kelsey Brickner is 0 of 3 from beyond the arc for Bethel. Fresh 10 on the clock here as the fouls do restart after every quarter here in women's college basketball. Irwin into the corner finds Parker. Down low, Brickner fighting through the contact. It's rebounded by Savannah Buck. Savannah Buck doing a great job this year, averaging 4.6 rebounds per game, which is third best for St. Francis. Buck with the offensive rebound gets it to Applegate. Applegate cannot hit off glass. Irwin picked up by Lauren Mcguire right at the timeline. Nice to see Mcguire playing without the brace. She's strong here in her redshirt sophomore year. Parker looking. That's Heimlich going off glass, no good. Good contest by Sidney Crow. That's Applegate top of the key. We're 1 minute into the second quarter. Lauren Mcguire, nice move, getting around number 24. Irwin, and St. Francis going to pick up the loose ball. Now it's Mcguire working against Brickner, has her shot blocked. Bethel College, the talent level here for these Lady Pilots is substantially different from 4 years ago. These girls can flat out play. Irwin over to Heimlich. Remember, Macy Heimlich with 6 points is a team high, as the bucket's going to be good by Jessica Irwin, and she will head to the free throw line. Kara Gerger going to be called with the foul. That'll be her first. 21-15 as Chandler Jones is going to check in for Emma Applegate. Irwin on the season, a 90% free throw shooter, hitting 17 of 19. Completes the three-point play. That'll extend the lead to 7 points for Bethel. Kara Gerger left all alone down low. Beautiful find by Savannah Buck. Once again, top 10 in assists. She's nationally ranked. Heimlich being pestered by Savannah there on the perimeter. This time the foul is going to go against number 32, Chandler Jones. Jones called with the push. That'll be her first, team second. Kamala Glenn's going to check in for Brickner. The inbounds pass by Heimlich goes to Glenn. Glenn with the pump fake and hits the 10-foot jumper. Kamala Glenn once again over 1,000 points for her career, averaging 15.8 entering today's game. Nationally ranked at number 45 in the country. Nice feed down low. Kara Gerger draws the foul from number 24, Jessica Irwin. She will look for the and one. What a beautiful find down low. As you will see, she is just about automatic. As the free throw attempt is up and in for Gerger. 24-20 is your score. Outlet pass picked up by Heimlich. Nearly had it stolen by Buck, and Savannah's going to pick up the foul there. That'll be her first, team's third. Here's the replay I was trying to show you. Feed goes down low, drop step off glass. She got the separation she needed. Kara Gerger, outstanding. Heimlich's heading to the free throw line to shoot 2. The first one's good. On the season, she's hitting 83% of her free throws. Bethel as a team ranks number 7 in the country, hitting 78% of their free throws. St. Francis ranks number 14, hitting 74%. 25-20, make it 26-20. Heimlich now with 8 points. Crow out of the corner for 3, knocks it down. Sydney Crow with her first triple of the game. Lady Cougars pull within 3. Allen being guarded by Crow. Glenn, Station A hitting with the defense on her. Coming up from the quarter, that is Teigen Parker. She is a freshman from Lafayette, Indiana, went to West Lafayette High School. West Lafayette, I believe they won the football state championship this year in Class 3A. They did beat our hometown Bishop Lures in the semi-state. Feed down low by Jones, just a little bit out of the reach of Gurka, results in another turnover. St. Francis with 4, Bethel with 1. Nope, Bethel with 2 now. Whitney Wills going to check into the game for Jones. And number 30, Brickner's back in for Teigen Parker. St. Francis 11-8, the rebound advantage. Will gets around the defender, off glass, bucket's good. For Whitney Will, her first 2 points of the game pulls St. Francis to within 1. Heimlich, skip pass, goes over to Brickner. 0 of 3 from beyond the arc, make it 0 of 4 now as Will gets the rebound. Dejanay Hinton finds Crow out of the corner. Bounce pass, wow, threading the needle with Savannah Buck. What a feed, and then Gurka goes outside. Crow with her second consecutive three-pointer gives St. Francis the lead, 28-26. That play started with a great pass by Savannah Buck. I don't know how she found Kara Gurka. Three-pointer by Heimlich, nothing but the bottom of the net. She is outstanding. That'll give Bethel back the lead, 29-28. That's her 14th point. Hinton over to Will. And 1-on-3, she's going to be fouled. I believe that was Heimlich with a smack on the arm. Sure does. That'll be her first and the team's second. Will to shoot 2. Whitney, 64%, 7 of 11 on the season. First one off the heel. Looks like Savannah Buck is going to check out of this game for a breather with 5:08 left to play in the second. Second one good as well. I shouldn't say as well. This is the first hit, the second. We're tied at 29. Will now with 3 points. Sydney Crow's on fire, folks. Need to get her the ball beyond the perimeter. Heimlich being guarded by Crow. Feed goes down low to Teigen Parker, who's back into the game for Bethel, trying to get around Will as she takes a tumble. Allen, nice ball movement by Bethel. The floater, no good, off the heel, rebounded by Crow. St. Francis 3 of 10 from beyond the arc in this game. Crow 2 of 3, Mcguire 1 of 3. Gurka, Will, that one goes to Hinton. I'm not sure if it was intended for Crow. Hinton seemed surprised that it landed in her hands. You see Dejanay tries to drive to the cup against Parker, who's forcing her to her right. Hinton could definitely dribble drive. Gurka's three-pointer halfway down, rims out. Will, with the offensive rebound, has a block by Parker. And Kelsey Brickner comes up with it for Bethel. 4 minutes left to play here in the second. We are tied at 29. St. Francis does play well here at the Hut. Heck, they play well on the road, upset number 6 Marion just a week ago. Right hand take, ball. Glenn has it blocked and stolen by Whitney Will. Hitting out of the corner, Dejanay with 3 points so far in this game. Nice strong take to the cup, left short. Not sure if she was fouled there. Allen, I believe, is pushed through the baseline. They're going to call foul on St. Francis. Allen's going to take a breather now for Bethel. That's maybe St. Francis. I don't know. Possession error is in favor of the Lady Cougars. First time into the game for Bethel, it's number 35, Sidney Williams, a freshman from Orient, Ohio. Tees Valley High School. Down low, Glenn. Bucket off glass is fouled by Will. We'll head to the free throw line looking for the N1. That'll give Bethel back the lead at 31-29. Kamala Glenn on the season, shooting 73% from the free throw line, hitting 56 of 77. What a career she's had for the Lady Pilots. Knocks it down. That'll extend the lead to 3 for Bethel. Bethel College wearing the all black. I like the fact that they have the white outline around their numbers as Emma Applegate drains the long three-pointer. We are back to being tied at 32. A lot of teams think it's cute to do the dark number on the dark jersey. It is not cool, folks. Fans have a hard time seeing the numbers. It really does your team a disservice. I think that's the whole reason we have numbers, is to give these players the individual recognition they deserve. Blocking foul going to go against Crow. Of course, that pattern is modeled after the NBA Christmas jerseys. I always say, you know, in the NBA, it's fine. You know who those guys are. A lot of times in high school basketball and whatnot, not everybody knows who the players are. St. Francis has the white on white, but that blue outline definitely helps distinguish the number. 34-32 is your score. Skip pass goes over to Mcguire. Triple team down the block, coughs it up, picked up by Glenn. Glenn is so good in transition as she's going to be fouled by Buck. That'll be her second and the team's sixth. Bethel here in the double bonus. Glenn will shoot 2. Kamala so far in this game is 1 of 1 from the free throw line, 5 of 9 from the field. She has 3 assists, 1 rebound, 11 points. Remember, in women's basketball, there is no 1-and-1. Once you hit the bonus, it's a double bonus. 35-32 is your score. Those rule changes, I think they took place, 3 years ago? We've had 3 straight seasons. Second one's no good, rebounded by Will. That's NC2A and NAIA. They said they made the changes to speed the game up. I think the game's the same length. Still 40 minutes. No media timeouts here with the change. Crow checking back in along with Gurka as Savannah Buck checks out. Savannah will check out with 2 fouls under her belt. 2:05 left to play. Savannah 4 assists. That is a game high. Hinton with the Euro step underneath is fouled. Attacked just a little bit too hard as she found herself right underneath the bucket. Trying to use the English off the glass. Both teams, for Bethel, that's their 3rd foul. And it goes against number 15, Teigen Parker, as the first free throw is good for Hinton. She's now 2 of 2 from the free throw line. Dejanay's been outstanding from the charity stripe, entering today, hitting 72% of her free throws. But I'm telling you, as of late, she rarely ever misses. Teigen Parker. Heimlich gets it over to Brickner. trying to split defenders there. Emma Applegate did a great job of holding her ground. Brickner had nowhere to go. Mcguire looking down low for Gurka. Glenn's got some tough defense down in the low post. Zone being played. Three-pointer. Applegate, a long triple, gives St. Francis the lead, 36-35. Applegate, her second three-pointer of the game. She's got now 9 points. 2 of 3 from three-point land, 3 of 4 from the field. Three-pointer on the other side is good for Irwin. Bethel takes back the lead. This has been a back and forth affair. St. Francis down 38-37. Brickner is going to check out. Du Bois back in. .42 seconds remaining here in the second. We got about 15-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Sticking on Glenn. Teigen Parker left all alone for three. That one's no good. And Applegate trying to save it before St. Francis will knock it out of bounds. So 21.7 seconds remaining, possession with Bethel. Glenn going to settle here for the last shot. See who they try to get it to. Heimlich's got the high hand, but Hinton's got the defense on her. She's going to shoot it from downtown and nails it. So that will do it. Bethel takes a 41-37 lead into the break. Folks, we're going to take a short break here in the booth. We'll be right back with you with more basketball action here from the Hutzel Athletic Center.
Everything that I do can have an impact on somebody else.
You can dream any dream and you can chase any dream and you can have a chance to succeed at that dream.
We're here just a speck of time.
Given the opportunities to be selfless.
That's what God does with us.
Not forgetting how you got here and who helped you along the way.
What are you doing for others?
Those to whom much has been given, much is expected.
The Chapel Project is the most important building that has ever been built or ever will be built on this campus. It's in the heart of the campus, it's on Mirror Lake, and the chapel and the Bass Mansion will be able to communicate with each other architecturally.
Catholic University must have a passion for truth, and we trust in both the power of faith and the power of reason. Both come from God. May God bless this university as it continues to pursue truth on the wings of faith and reason.
Thank you for supporting Summit City Sports. For the last several years, we've provided the Fort Wayne community and beyond with coverage of a variety of sports, thanks to our title sponsorship from Parkview Sports Medicine. Since we began in 2015, our annual budget has covered the cost of videographers and commentators to over 300 plus games each year. New equipment and maintenance of that equipment, along with increased broadcast rights fees from the IHSAA. This season, we're reaching out to friends, families, and local businesses for additional sponsorships and donations. You can help us grow and get coverage to your favorite team or sport. A Summit City Sports sponsorship or donation will help make that happen. We have the goal of bringing fans live stream games of every SAC game we cover. With the additional funds, we'd invest in mobile internet devices, allowing us to bring our supporters every SAC conference football and boys and girls basketball games live, as well as more coverage for sports like cross country, tennis, golf, swimming, wrestling, track and field, baseball, and softball. For more information on sponsorships or how to donate, visit summitcitysports.com.
Parkview Sports Medicine is an integrated sports medicine team. We're treating injuries when and where they happen and working to prevent them before they do. We believe the best care is coordinated care, helping ensure you get the individualized services you need every step of the way, offering innovative treatment techniques to get you or the athlete you love back in play. Reaching higher, pushing further. Parkview Sports Medicine. Game on.
I chose St. Francis because they made a promise that I would have real-world experience that I could take when I graduated, and they delivered on that promise. For me, the classroom only gets you so far, so they're setting you up with an internship. I had a mentor that they set me up with that was a CEO of a DuPont hospital in Fort Wayne. They offer degrees in accounting, business administration, risk management and insurance, marketing, and finance. You know, they just did a great job of the full circle of not only the education but also the experience.
Blood flow restriction training is a new treatment technique we're using at Parkview Sports Medicine that helps us stay on the cutting edge. This type of training is not only new to Parkview Sports Medicine, but in physical therapy as a whole. And it's really gaining popularity because it solves one of the fundamental problems that we see in therapy. We have a lot of patients who we can't put a lot of stress through their injured tissue, but we still want them to get stronger and still want them to gain muscle size. Blood flow restriction training uses a specialized piece of equipment, a blood flow restriction cuff that fits around the upper portion of an arm or a leg. Doing that, then it partially restricts, but not totally occludes the blood flow going to the limb.
I thought it was gonna hurt, and it does kind of feel weird, but doesn't hurt or anything. I just didn't really know what to expect. Well, you put it on and then you have to lay down and let it calibrate, and it like gets tighter and tighter and tighter. And then after that, get in your position to do your workout and then press the inflate button and it'll squeeze your leg or your arm.
What the research is telling us about training with blood flow restriction is that the buildup of the lactic acid and the metabolic stress that we're putting on these tissues helps you gain strength and muscle size similar to that of training at high intensity.
Compared to like a normal workout, the burn comes like within the third rep, and then the 30-second break in between, there's no like recovery. I can see the difference and feel the difference. It feels a lot more effective than just doing normal exercises.
Blood flow restriction training is the perfect tool to solve that fundamental problem. But this is something that you don't see everywhere, and you don't see very many places in Indiana at all.
Parkview Sports Medicine. Game on.
My grandpa taught me years ago, do business with people you know and who know you. That's why I joined Fort Financial Credit Union. Their staff knows I'm busy at college. They set me up with a checking account, a debit card, and an auto loan. With the Fort's mobile app, I can check balances, transfer money, and make my car payment. My grandparents loved doing business with the Fort, and I do too. My future, my family, my Fort.
It may be winter, but it's never too early to start thinking about spring. Start your new year sharp and trust Kurt's Mio to power wash your home. Fair prices, superior quality, and exceptional customer service. Schedule your spring special appointment today. Additional services include concrete sealing, deck and fence cleaning, driveway replacement, and stamped concrete. Give your home the curb appeal it deserves. Just head on over to kurtzmio.com, request your virtual quote, and use the code Summit City for 15% off today.
Welcome back, everybody, as we'll cut out the music for you and go over some of these halftime stats. Leading the scoring in this game is Macy Heimlich with 17 points for Bethel College. Kamala Glenn has 10 also for the Lady Pilots. Jessica Irwin with 6. Kelsey Brickner with 6. Leading rebounder for the Pilots is Jessica Irwin with 4 rebounds. And Kamala Glenn also has 5 assists, which is a game high. Bethel has a team with 4 steals. St. Francis just 1 steal. Lady Cougars 5 turnovers. Bethel with just 2. Lady Cougars do lead in assists 10-8 and dominating on the board 17-12 against Bethel. 2 players, Emma Applegate and Kara Gurka with 9 points for St. Francis. Gurka surprisingly does not have a rebound in this game. Sydney Crow with 6 points. She is 2 of 3 from beyond the arc and leads St. Francis in minutes played with 17. Mcbride right behind her with 16. Gurka with 15. Savannah Buck just 13 minutes played there in the first half. Dejanay Hinton has 5 points. She's a perfect 3 of 3 from the free throw line. And Whitney Will has 3 points for your Lady Cougars. St. Francis shooting 50% from the field and 36% from beyond the arc, 75% from the free throw line. Bethel at 48% from the field, 43% from beyond the arc of 14 shooting, and 88% from the free throw line. For Bethel, it's been all about Macy Heimlich, who's a perfect 5 of 5 from three-point land. So really helping propel her team to this 41-37 lead. Looking at St. Francis, how about the play of Dejanay Hinton, who's come off the bench and really been a defensive spark and an offensive spark for the Lady Cougars. Here just dazzling with the dribble, splits defenders, goes up with the left. Once again, she would convert the three-point play. As we said, she's a perfect 3 of 3 on the day. Can't say enough about the play of All-American Kara Gurka. Watch her take this feed, drop step, gets that separation, goes up with the right. That's what Gurka does. Kara Gurka from the free throw line in this game is a perfect 1 of 1 as she converts the three-point play. This is probably my favorite play of the first half as the inbounds pass goes into Buck. Buck going up court, looking like a quarterback there, threads the needle. Gurka gets out to Crow, wide open for 3. That is how you do it in transition, led by Savannah Buck. Once again, nationally ranked with 58 assists entering today's game. That ranks her number 9 in the country. Sidney Crow, once again, as of late, she has really been a threat downtown. That's a nice find outside as Crow's nothing but the bottom of the net. And our last replay for you, how about Emma Applegate, the 6-footer, knocking it down from way downtown here from 26 feet. Emma Applegate, boom, with the quick release. But still, Lady Cougars find themselves down by 4 as we have 4 minutes until the second half. We'll take one more break and be back with you for more Lady Cougar basketball here from the Hutzel Athletic Center.
The first time I've been able to do this kind of more complete understanding or view of your body. One of the things that's really important about this is that it's kind of legitimizing us as athletes.
Parkview Sports Medicine. Game on.
My grandpa taught me years ago, do business with people you know and who know you. That's why I joined Fort Financial Credit Union. Their staff knows I'm busy at college. They set me up with a checking account, a debit card, and an auto loan. With the Fort's mobile app, I can check balances, transfer money, and make my car payment. My grandparents loved doing business with the Fort, and I do too. My future, my family, my Fort.
Parkview Sports Medicine is an integrated sports medicine team. We're treating injuries when and where they happen and working to prevent them before they do. We believe the best care is coordinated care, helping ensure you get the individualized services you need every step of the way. offering innovative treatment techniques to get you or the athlete you love back in play. Reaching higher, pushing further. Parkview Sports Medicine. Game on.
Welcome back, everybody, to the Hutzel Athletic Center. The officials in this game are Matt Sheehan, Chad Boldry, and Blake Berger. Once again, after one, it was Bethel up 19-15. So holding that 4-point stretch here have been the Lady Pilots, now up 41-37 as we are about to start second half play here shortly. I had USF with the possession arrow, but here at the hut it says Bethel will take the first possession here to start the second half. Once again, hot shooting from beyond the arc by Macy Heimlich. We'll see if the Lady Pilots can keep that going here in the third quarter. Jessica Irwin is 1 of 1 from beyond the arc. Teigen Parker 0 of 2, and Kelsey Brickner 0 of 4. St. Francis 5 of 14 as a team from beyond the arc, so they've hit one more three-pointer than Bethel. Crow 2 of 3, Mcbride 1 of 4. Gurkha and Savannah Buck are 0 of 2, and Emma Applegate 2 of 3, and both of her three-pointers were from 25 and out. Emma Applegate with that quick release. Looks like St. Francis will bring the starters out on the floor. Kara Gurkha, Chandler Jones, Sydney Crow, Lauren Mcbride, and Savannah Buck. It'll be Heimlich, Glenn, Brickner, Irwin, and DuBois, the starters for Bethel. Other action going on in the Crossroads League today. Goshen at Taylor, Wesleyan's at Spring Arbor, Mount Vernon Naz at Marion. That's a good matchup. Grace at Huntington. St. Francis traveled to Spring Arbor and did lose in their Crossroads League opener, so we'll see if Spring Arbor can upset Indiana Wesleyan. Three-pointer is off the mark by Irwin, tracked down by Gurkha. Gurkha gets her first rebound of the game. Bounce pass down low to Jones. She's fouled. That'll go against Heimlich for her second. Chandler Jones looking for her first points in this game. As the first one is no good. Chandler on the season, a 50% free throw shooter, has hit 1 of 2. Jones averaging 7.9 minutes played per game. Second one is good. Pull USF to within 3. Glenn for the Lady Pilots. Euro in the lane, goes off glass. Kamala Glenn's been pretty good, the senior, for the Lady Pilots. She's going to be up there, first team, second team, all Crossroads League as she keeps this up. Of course, Brickner is the team's leading scorer and is nationally ranked. Glenn over the timeline, picked up by Chandler Jones there, top of the key. Jones, a tough defender for St. Francis. Lady Cougar is going to stick with this man-to-man defense. Buck on the perimeter is on Brickner. Feed goes down low and nothing going there for Irwin as she has that blocked by Gurkha. Crow to Mcbride. Three-pointer by Sidney Crow. Rims in. Sidney Crow now 3 of 4 from three-point land. Bethel still up by 2, 43-41. Crow is really turning into quite the perimeter shooter. For the Lady Cougars, once again entering today, Sidney a 42% three-point shooter. That'll do just fine. If you're going to be a national championship contending team, you need your girls shooting over 40%. Not so much as a team, but your top scorers, the ones that take all the three-pointers. So a turnover there by Bethel. Lady Pilots now with 3 to St. Francis 5. Emma Applegate set to check in for St. Francis. Mcguire tightly guarded on the perimeter by DuBois. DuBois sticking with her. That was a help defense by Heimlich, who's just sitting there on the low post. Foul goes against number 24. For Irwin, that'll be her third. And Parker's going to check in for Irwin. Applegate in for Jones. Bounce pass goes into Emma. Right-hand shot off glass, too hard. And they're going to call a foul, I believe, on Applegate as possession goes to Bethel. .720 left to play here in the third. 2-point advantage for Bethel. Glenn down low is fouled and will head to the free throw line. That's going to go against Gurkha, number 21. Bethel currently with 4 timeouts left. St. Francis with 5 as we get that updated for you. First free throw attempt by Glenn is left short. She is now 2 of 4 from the free throw line, entering today shooting 73%.
Did you record?
Second one no good as well, tracked down by Gurkha. Savannah finds Mcbride. Mcbride being forced to her left as the pass into Applegate. Stolen, but Mcbride steals it right back and goes off glass. Lauren Mcbride, that'll be her 7th point of the game. We are tied at 43. Mcbride looks like she might have taken a finger to the eye. She's going to shake it off. Buck coming up nearly for the steal. Heads up play there by Savannah Buck trying to catch the Lady Pilots napping. We're tied at 43. Parker, that's Heimlich out of the corner. Remember, folks, she's 5 of 5 from three-point land. Very good. Heimlich down low, left hand off glass. Kind of a wild shot for Macy Heimlich. Loose ball, and we got a jump ball. Possession arrow in favor of St. Francis. It'll be Emma Applegate with the inbounds pass for your Lady Cougs. Nice pick set as Crow goes back beyond the perimeter, down low to Gurkha. Gurkha gives St. Francis the lead at 45-43 with her 11th point. That's exactly what Kara Gurkha does all day. Very high percentage shooter. Down on the block, she shoots 53% from the field on the season, which ranks her number 16 in the country. Possession will stay with Bethel. 20 seconds left on the shot clock. Assistant coach for University of St. Francis, Tom Ream, Scott Wessel, and Paige Frisch. Paige, a 4-year player here, a part of the 38-0 national championship team in 2014. Three-pointer by Heimlich. That one's good as well. She cannot miss now, 6 of 6, giving Bethel back the lead. Skip pass over to Mcbride. Mcbride nearly stepped on the sideline there. Buck looking down low for Gurka. Would have to lob it in, but Brickner's there as Bethel's going to knock it away. You could tell Gurka was nicely guarded there, double teamed, as she's been drawing double and triple teams all season long. Heimlich, another step back three-pointer is good. She is just absolutely on fire. 7 of 7. 23 points is a game high for Macy Heimlich. Applegate the deep three-pointer. She's already hit 2 of them. Teigen Parker comes up with the board. Buck coming from behind, knocks it away. Got to have your head on a swivel when Savannah's on the floor. A straight thief is number 20, Savannah Buck. Always been amongst the Crossroads League leaders in assists and steals. 25 seconds on the shot clock. It'll be Heimlich with the inbounds. Brickner just 6 points in this game. There's a turnover by Bethel. Of course, Kelsey Brickner, the team's leading scorer, averaging 16.9. She has 203 points on the season. That's 40 more than Emma Applegate and Kara Gurka, and it ranks her number 14, but she's having a hard time scoring in this one. Coach Jason Ridge and the Lady Cougars doing a good job defensively against number 30, Kelsey Brickner, just a sophomore for Bethel. Last year on the All-Crossroads League freshman team, heading to the free throw line will be Maggie DuBois. Foul goes against number 11, Dejanay Hinton. That'll be her first. 49-45. Lady Cougars with 3 fouls, Bethel with 2. 4:30 left to play here in the third. As the first free throw is no good. DuBois, a 75% free throw shooter on the season, hitting 15 of 20 entering today's game. Kara Gurka going to take a breather as Whitney Will checks in. Second free throw is good. Bethel hits the 50-point mark, up by 5, 50-45. Skip pass over to Mcbride. The catch and dribble drive. And wow, Jessica Irwin about got her ankle broke on that quick move by Lauren Mcbride. Foul's going to go against Kelsey Brickner, her second. Lauren Mcbride to shoot 2. That's her first free throw attempt of the game, and it is good. Mcbride, an 84% free throw shooter, hitting 26 of 31 entering today's contest. Second one good as well. She's making it look easy. Cougars now putting on the pressure here with the press. Allen, bounce pass goes over to Irwin. Irwin's got 3 fouls for Bethel. Allen's three-pointer is off the heel, no good. Rebounded by Will. Pushing it is Savannah Buck. Goes down low. Nice lob pass into Emma Applegate. Applegate gets it over to Hinton for the offensive board. Now the lob into Applegate off glass. Lady Cougars pull within 1 now, 50-49. Applegate with her 11th point. And the official going to call foul on 20, Savannah Buck. That'll be her third. Crow's going to check in for Buck. And Heimlich's going to take a breather. Parker's in for her. Teigen Parker's a freshman at 5'10". A lot of freshmen on this team for Bethel. A couple sophomores too, some good ones. Irwin, Haley, Brickner, and Moradis. 3:25 left to play here in the third. 1 point ad for the Lady Pilots. Possession arrow in favor of Bethel as well. Bounce pass nearly taken away by Whitney Will. Crow brings it over the timeline. Lauren Mcbride near wing. Entrance goes into Applegate. Falling away. Push going to be called on number 14, I believe, DuBois. That'll be her third. As Applegate heads to the line to shoot 2, both teams with 4 fouls. Applegate's 1 of 2 from the free throw line in this game. As the first one's good, we're tied up at 50. Once again, on the season, Emma is a 90% free throw shooter. So that miss early in the first does not happen very often. Emma now 3 of 4 from the free throw line. On the season, 49 of 54. Irwin cannot get away from Mcguire's suffocating defense, but they're going to call a foul on Lauren, I believe. Goes against number 10. That'll be her first. That'll be the 5th team foul for USF. So to shoot 2 will be Jessica Irwin. She's 1 of 1 from the charity stripe. Make it 2 of 2 now as we're tied at 51. Irwin, a 90% free throw shooter, hitting 17 of 19 on the season. Once again, Bethel, a very good free throw shooting team, nationally ranked at number 7 in the country. 52-51, Bethel takes back the lead. Mcbride looking for the three-pointer, guarded by Allen. Crow working off the pick by Will. 9 seconds on the shot clock. Mcbride, long three-pointer, knocks it down. Lauren Mcbride and the Lady Cougars take the 4-point lead. Mcbride now at 12. Top of the key, that's Kamara Glenn. Pulls up from 10. She's been hitting that shot all game, but that one will not fall. Rebounded by Will. Glenn is now 6 of 11 from the field with 14 points. Will down low, cannot hit. Parker with the ball for Bethel. Underneath, the boys going to be fouled from behind by Will. So that'll pull Bethel to within 1. After the first free throw make by DuBois, now 2 of 3 in this game. Second one's good as well. We are back to being tied at 54. Bethel with 14 fouls. St. Francis with their 5. Crow bringing it up for the Lady Cougs. Savannah Buck on the bench with 3 fouls. Dejanay Hinton, Applegate, nice feed down low, tied up with Irwin. Glenn's going to pick up the loose ball. She's able to wrestle it away from Crow. Switches to the left, walled off by Hinton. Hinton's just not going to be bullied on the basketball court. Dejanay working against Glenn. As Kamala goes with the right, finds a wide open Kelsey Brickner, finally hits a triple. That's a big one right there to give Bethel the 3-point advantage. Brickner now 1 of 5 from three-point land. Shot clock is off. Crow at the timeline, being guarded by Irwin. Irwin's got 3 fouls as well for Bethel, but she's played a majority of the third quarter. Far wing, that's a long three-pointer, but Mcguire is going to take it off the heel, no good. So that will do it for the third quarter. Bethel leads it 57-54. We'll be right back with you with more Lady Cougar basketball here from the Hutzel Athletic Center. What a great matchup we got.
Grandpa taught me years ago, do business with people you know and who know you. That's why I joined Fort Financial Credit Union. Their staff knows I'm busy at college. They set me up with a checking account, a debit card, and an auto loan. With the Fort's mobile app, I can check balances, transfer money, and make my car payment. My grandparents loved doing business with the Fort, and I do too. My future, my family, my Fort.
The Chapel project is the most important building that has ever been built or ever will be built on this campus. It's in the heart of the campus, it's on Mirror Lake, and the chapel and the Bass Mansion will be able to communicate with each other architecturally.
Welcome back, everybody, to the Hut. Entering the fourth quarter here, St. Francis down 57-54. You're hearing the Cougar Marching Pride. Now you are. Once again, USF with 4 timeouts. With 5. Bethel with 4 here in this fourth quarter. That's Glenn. Skip pass finds Brickner. She hit her last one from the corner. That one is no good. She is now 1 of 7. No, 1 of 6 from beyond the arc. Skip pass goes over to Mcbride. Crow out of the corner. Left hand take, gives it up to Gurka. 14 seconds on the shot clock. Long three-pointer as Emma Applegate from downtown knocks it down. That's her third three-pointer of the game. Long three-pointer now on the opposite end. That's going to be a rare miss for Macy Heimlich. And Emma Applegate takes advantage on the opposite end. St. Francis takes the lead at 59-57. Heimlich now 7 of 9 from three-point land. Glenn off glass, misses on the bunny. Kamala Glenn has not missed many layups in this game. She's been cold lately, though. Gurka's three-pointer is good. St. Francis, the opposite of cold. They are on fire. 62-57. St. Francis heating up at the right time. Entrance pass goes into Brickner. She goes off glass, will be fouled by Crow, looking for the and one. Brickner now 4 of 10 from the field. She has 11. Crow, that'll be her third foul. Once again, Brickner ranks number 30 in the country, hitting 85% of her free throws as that rims in. Pull Bethel back to within 2. 62-60 your score. St. Francis right now with a rare lead in this game, as Bethel's led pretty much the whole way. And there we have a foul going to be called against goes against number 4, Heimlich, her third. Bethel leading at 19-15 after 1. Both teams scored 22 in the second, as Bethel had the 41-37 advantage. And it was 57-54 after 3. With the inbounds pass will be Savannah Buck. Buck looking up top to Crow. Mcguire on the opposite end of the floor. Mcguire wide open right now as the three-pointer by Emma Applegate is left short, rebounded by Gurka. Kara Gurka with an offensive rebound. As the three-pointer is nothing but the bottom of the net for Lauren Mcguire. We got a timeout going to be called by Coach Gingrich and the Bethel Lady Pilots. It's a full timeout. We'll be right back with you with more Lady Cougar basketball here from the Hutzel Athletic Center.
Catholic University must have a passion for truth, and we trust in both the power of faith and the power of reason. Both come from God. May God bless this university as it continues to pursue truth on the wings of faith and reason.
It may be winter, but it's never too early to start thinking about spring. Start your new year sharp and trust Kurt's Mio to power wash your home. Fair prices, superior quality, and exceptional customer service. Schedule your spring special appointment today. Additional services include concrete sealing, deck and fence cleaning, driveway replacement, and stamped concrete. Give your home the curb appeal it deserves. Just head on over to kurtzmio.com, request your virtual quote, and use the code SummitCity for 15% off today.
Welcome back, everybody, to the Hut. St. Francis up 65-60. Possession arrow in favor of the Lady Cougs. Getting it done here from the Hut. St. Francis trying to get their 8th win of the season and improve to 3-2 in the Crossroads League. Big day of Crossroads League action. We'll try to get some updated scores for you. Taylor, not finding them here on the DAC stats, as Lady Cougars come up with the rock. Savannah Buck, Mcbride being guarded by Brickner. Low post is open right now for Gurka to make her way. Heimlich's got the defense on Gurka as that one gets away from Lauren. Mcguire, nice spin move, floater in the lane, off glass is good. Mcguire is on fire. As we like to say, she has 17 points, just 1 point behind Emma Applegate for a team high. Applegate hit those 3 big three-pointers, about 25 out. As that's good by number 24, Irwin. Irwin now has 10 points. 4 Lady Pilots in double-digit scoring, led by Macy Heimlich, who's got 23, but she has not scored in a long time, it seems like. Mcguire is going to get fouled and will head to the free throw line to shoot 2. As the foul goes against number 30, Kelsey Brickner, which will be her 3rd. Mcbride, perfect 2 of 2 from the free throw line. She's now 6 of 14 from the field and 3 of 9 from beyond the arc. Crow's 3 of 4 from beyond the arc. First one's good. But Mcbride certainly starting to take over in this game. We've seen it here in the second half. Remember, Lauren in the first half was 2 of 7 from the field, 1 of 3 from beyond the arc with just 5 points. No, she's doing it here in the second half. In the fourth quarter now, 6:11 to play, 7-point advantage for St. Francis. Glenn, that one's left short. She keeps missing there in the low post. That's something she did not do in the first half. Crow left all alone out of the corner for three. Sydney Crow now 4 of 5 from downtown. Cougs up by 10. Wow. Sydney Crow is on one right now for the Lady Cougars. Teigen Parker. Glenn on the near wing. Parker's for three. That one's left short, rebounded by Applegate. For Teigen Parker, she's now 0 of 3 from beyond the arc. St. Francis has a team shooting 44% from three-point land, 39% for Bethel. Crow goes off glass with the right. Did draw some contact. And we got a charge going to be called on Kelsey Brickner. That'll be her fourth. Savannah Buck just being a pest down there on the floor. She's been a thorn in the Lady Pilots' side. That's what Savannah does. So we got a timeout going to be taken by Bethel. That's a 30-second timeout. How about the play here of Lauren Mcguire in the fourth quarter? Boom! Nothing but the bottom of the net. Splash City. Bethel now with 2 timeouts left. Now this lead is extended to 10 points. Sydney Crow is just left all alone. She couldn't be any more wide open. In transition here, Savannah Buck, last moment, looked off Crow. That's how she had about 15 feet of separation. Savannah at the last moment, the whole time she just knew Crow was open. Fired it in there, and boom, baby. Sydney Crow, 4 of 5 from beyond the arc, 4 of 6 from the field. She's got 3 rebounds, 1 assist, 12 points. Savannah Buck now with 8 assists. She's going to be inched into the top 5 nationally in assists. Sooner than later, I expect. Mcbride being picked up by DuBois. Now it's Applegate lowering the shoulder, and they're going to call a blocking foul against Bethel. That's Brickner who's going to pick up. Is that her 5th? That'll be her 5th. She gone. But yeah, once again, I understand what Coach Gingrich is saying. Anytime as an offensive player you lower your shoulder, they usually call the charge. I guess they're just saying that Brickner's feet were not set on that one. I didn't hit the replay, so I'm not going to be able to show it to you. But Bethel's leading scorer is out of this game as Applegate continues to knock him down. Second free throw, Emma. Fuego. Emma's now 5 of 6 from the free throw line with 20 points. Her 20 points is a team high. Heimlich's got the game high at 23 for Bethel. Heimlich, it's been a while since she scored. Glenn gets it up to Macy. Nice feed down low, Teigen Parker off glass. Nice transition there for Bethel. Mcguire finds Will. Sydney Crow, left-hand dribble drive. Now it's Crow at the free throw line. This will be her first free throw attempt in this game. A 59% free throw shooter on the season, hitting 19 of 32. Cougar fans with some coaching instruction for their team. Don't let anybody in back of you. Good advice. The boy. Will giddy up to her step. Glenn looking down low. Whitney Wills got the defense in the low post. Her defense has been outstanding as of late, which is forcing Coach Ridge to put her on the floor for more playing time. Nice rebound by Glenn with the offensive board. DuBois, three-pointer. Just a bit outside as it just catches the rim. Buck, skip over to Will. Down low into Gurka. Just a little bit strong as she could not corral it with the right hand. Turnover by St. Francis. Teigen Parker looking to go straight to the cup. Tries to split defenders. Wow. Got that one to fall. Did Teigen Parker. She now has 4 points. All here in the fourth quarter. .323 to play, 14 on the shot clock. Gurka down low, thought she was going to get the body from behind. Got the offensive board, but the putback's no good. Now Will's going to be called with the foul. That'll be her third. .76-66 with 3 minutes to play. Bethel is going to have to get hot from beyond the arc if they want to get back into this game. You want to see Heimlich shooting them if you're a Lady Pilot fan. But Mcguire's defense, actually the zone defense by St. Francis has been outstanding. Will comes up now with the defense on Heimlich. They're trying to get her some space, but it's hard to come by. Bethel needs somebody else to step up from three-point land, but that's not going to do it. Coughing it up is Irwin. Will takes the feed. Nice Euro in the lane. Misses on the layup. Boy with the board. Bethel playing without their leading scorer, Kelsey Brickner, who fouled out. Brickner back-to-back fouls there midway through the fourth. Boy heads to the free throw line as a foul goes against Mcbride. That'll be her second. DuBois 3 of 4 from the charity stripe in this game, now 3 of 5. Whitney Will checks out. My name's Jeff Mahoney, bringing you the play-by-play today. Morgan Carroll's on camera. As Bethel gets one of them, 67-76. Mcguire easily gets that separation as that rims in for Lauren for her 21st point. A team high. Teigen Parker, left-hand dribble drive. Rebounded by Crow. Skip pass finds Buck out of the corner. 4-3, just short. Glenn with the board. 1-on-3. Kamara Glenn's going to go to the cup and gets fouled. Glenn with 14 points is now 6 of 13 shooting from the field. Remember, in the first half, she was 5 of 9. First one's good. Bethel once again within 10 points. For the Lady Pilots, if they can't get something going, this will be their third loss in a row. A loss at home against Grace. Excuse me. Away at Grace and a loss at home against Mount Vernon Navs. So this could be their third loss in a row. 78-68 your score. Mcbride just breezes right past Heimlich. Double team. Savannah's wide open for three. Oh, halfway down and rims out. Buck cannot believe it. 0-4 now from beyond the arc in this game. Savannah has yet to score, but she's got a lot of assists. Parker can't hit on the bunny. Crow with the rebound. Savannah now with 3 rebounds and 8 assists in this game. It's Emma Applegate too easy for Emma. St. Francis now totally in control, up by 12. Lady Cougars will improve their record to 8-5 on the season overall and 3-2 in conference play. Heimlich, who's just been pestered by that tough Lady Cougar defense. That one did not hit. She's a good player, though. She's only a freshman. That foul goes against Crow. That'll be her 4th. As Parker heads to the free throw line. First one for Teigen misses. Teigen's 2 of 9 from the field, 0 of 3 from beyond the arc, now 0 of 1 with 2 rebounds, 4 points. It does hit the second. Parker entering today's contest. That's her first free throw made on the year. She's now 1 of 6. Bethel, once again, the exact same record entering this game. They will fall to 7-6 overall and 2-3 in Crossroads League play. Very good young team are these Lady Pilots. Throw to Buck. Buck wants one of these 3-pointers, and she gets it to fall. Savannah Buck with her first triple of the game. That is icing on the cake for the Lady Cougs. Tell Savannah was not happy with herself after missing that last one. Said, give me the rock back. That thing was halfway down. It popped out. I can hit this. Lady Cougars going to win it 83-71 over the Bethel Lady Pilots here at the Hutzel Athletic Center. Folks, we apologize. We will not have post-game interviews as we're still working to get a new receiver. The fall horrible weather was not kind to our equipment. St. Francis shooting 50% from the field on 27-54 shooting, 43% from beyond the arc, and 85% from the free throw line. Cougars dominating the boards, taking it 37-22, 19 assists to 9. Bethel did have more steals at 8 to 4. Lady Cougars, 11 turnovers, just 8 for Bethel. 3 blocks for St. Francis, 1 for Bethel. Bethel shooting 43% from the field, 37% from beyond the arc, 9 of 24, and 70% from the free throw line. Leading scorer in this game was Macy Heimlich with 23 points. Glenn had 17, Irwin with 10, and Kelsey Brickner, who fouled out, had 12. St. Francis got 22 from Emma Applegate, 21 from Lauren Mcbride, 14 from Sidney Crow, and 14 from Kara Gurka. Once again, folks, Lady Cougars win it 83-71. Thanks so much for joining us, and we're going to switch over to the men's broadcast, which will start here in 30 minutes. Have a wonderful weekend.